50 years of lobbying dollars to support corporations control farming is a mess. Corporate control chemical agriculture, giving farmers a little or no support for any other path. It's either get on board or get out. Getting on board means farmers support practices that keep soil healthy and go for single crop. Livestock that used to be raised on farm get cramped into polluting factories. To keep this unnatural system going, these farmers now buy expensive inputs, all from ever fewer corporations demanding ever rising prices. It's a quick addiction. Pests become resistant, you've got to use more drugs. Soil loses its natural fertility, so you've got to use more chemical fertilizer. Then, on the other side, when farmers try to sell their crop, they face only few big buyers offering unpredictable prices. The economics don't work for long. Over the last 50 years, millions of desperate farmers have had to sign contracts with corporations that dictate their every move, have lost their farms altogether. More and more farm income is concentrating on the top. So now only 10 US farms can support the family. In other countries, similar problem is happening. A small farmers who buy into a promise that corporate agriculture is solution often get trapped in the debt dependency. So yes, corporate agriculture is good for some folks, including some of the largest growers, but not the typical farm family. Industrial farms degrade in the road Industrial farm degrade in road precious topsoil, 64 tons per acre being lost every year in some spots in our heartland. They suck up a huge amount of water, a lot of them deep underground, essentially irreplaceable, and they use millions of pounds on antibiotics, a practice that leads to dangerous new bacteria. They also produce a toxic runoff that pollutes our rivers, our oceans, eventually us. And thanks to chemicals in the field, farmers and farm workers have higher rates of many cancers. So, we have to feed the world, right? And if not this way, then what choice do we have? A great one. Sustainable farming ends the natural chemical addiction. It uses better practices, not ever more purchases. Sustainable farmers build healthy soil by planting a variety of crops and rotating them. They raise their animals on farms, not in cramped factories. And they fertilize using compost in livestock or planting soil nourising crops. Healthier plants with good crop rotation also help keep pests in check without hurting the bugs that we need, like those all important colonies. So, sustainable farming is better for farmers and the environment, but can it really feed the world? Study after study is saying yes. Sustainable farms produce as well as corporate farms, and throughout the years, even better. This is important news for small farmers who already grow 70% of the world's food. To increase the production, They don't have to follow the chemical path. And in future, we're all talking about feeding. The industrial farms requires more fossil fuels, water, and mine minerals. All stuff that will only get more expensive and it runs out. So, down the line, chemical path not only can work for farmers, but it won't be choice at all.